Welcome to the next lecture of unsymmetrical fault analysis. We have discussed the line to ground fault. Now we are going to discuss the line to line fault. So in line to line fault, if there is a fault occurring in any of the bus K, then the two lines B and C are connected with respect to a fault impedance ZF. Then the current flowing in the phase B is shown and the current flowing in phase C is shown. We know that by seeing the direction of the current, the fault occurring in phase B is the negative of the fault occurring in phase C. Since the phase A is not associated with the fault, the current in the phase A is 0. Moreover, the voltage of the B phase minus C phase at the fault bus is basically equal to ZF, that is the fault impedance, into the current that is flowing in the bus B. So this is known as line to line fault because two lines are involved with respect to each other. Note, there is no connection with respect to ground. If the ground is involved, then it is known as double line to ground fault. Since ground is not involved, so it is known as line to line fault. Now again, if we write in terms of symmetrical component with respect to only one phase A with the zero sequence, positive sequence and negative sequence for the fault current, we get the constant value and then the fault current in bus A to be 0, and this is the fault current in bus B and this is the fault current in bus C. Then we know that the fault current in bus A is 0 and the fault current in bus B is equal to minus of fault current in bus C. So the positive sequence current is negative of the negative sequence current. The voltage throughout the zero sequence network must be 0 since there are no zero sequence sources. Since ground is not involved, so the zero sequence network is missing. Because the fault current at zero sequence is 0, current is not being injected into the network due to the fault. Now line to line fault calculation do not involve the zero sequence network, which remains the same as before the fault, a dead network. So ground is not involved. So in line to line fault, your zero sequence network will not be there and it will be a dead network, that is before the fault and after the fault. Now here we can draw the circuit for the line to line fault. So these represent the positive sequence current impedance, this is the negative sequence impedance, and we know that the positive sequence current and negative sequence current is of reverse direction, so we can take a negative direction of this. This is the pre-fault voltage and here you have the pre-fault fault impedance. This is the voltage of the phase A positive sequence and this is the voltage of the phase A negative sequence. So we know that satisfy the requirement IFA1 is equal to minus of IFA2, we connect the Thevenin's equivalent of positive and negative sequence in parallel. Since the negative sequence current, fault current in the bus A in the phase A is negative of that of the positive sequence current, so we can connect them in parallel. Moreover, we have seen that VKB minus VKC is equal to ZF into IFB. If we explore more, then this VKB can be split up into the positive sequence component and negative sequence component, and VKC can be split up into the positive sequence current and negative sequence voltage. Zero sequence is absent in this case. Now further, if we take common the positive sequence one side and negative sequence the other one component, then and moreover if we replace the phase B and phase C and with respect to phase A, then we are getting alpha square minus alpha with respect to the phase A voltage in the positive sequence and phase A voltage with respect to negative sequence. So we can have the final equation with respect to VKB minus VKC is equal to alpha square minus alpha the difference of positive sequence and negative sequence of the fault bus K in the phase A. Now we also can break up this quantity of the current into two components, and then we can obtain with respect to the phase A. So the ZF into multiplication with this term, because here we have only the phase A which we have got from phase B and phase C. Equate both the terms, because the positive sequence current in phase A is equal to negative of the negative sequence current. If we equate it, then here we got this equation with respect to this, which is equal to ZF into IFB. Now this is further broke up into this, the sum of positive and negative sequence current, and if we equate this, because this term is equal to this term. So we got that the positive sequence voltage minus the negative sequence voltage of the phase A is equal to ZF into the phase A current of the positive sequence. Thus, all the fault conditions are satisfied by connecting the positive and negative sequence network in parallel through the fault impedance ZF. So here we have the voltage equation and here we have the current equation. These two equations can be satisfied only when the positive and negative sequence network are connected in parallel through the fault impedance. Again, the zero sequence network is inactive and does not enter into the line-to-line calculation. So we have done the analysis for the line-to-line fault, and in the next lecture we will be dealing with double line to ground fault, means two lines will be involved and the ground will be involved. Thank you.